As you may know, I'm a big fan of the precise refurbishment mortgage. It's one of the closest products around today that's like the old light refurbishment mortgages I used to finance my portfolio when I first started. The great thing about this product? It does what it says on the tin. It's been designed to help anyone who wants to refurbish a buy-to-let, which isn't always straightforward. Stick with me and I'll show you why you might find it really helpful too. By the way, none of this is financial advice. Please do your own research and talk to qualified advisors before taking out a mortgage. So why do I think the precise refurbishment mortgage is so good? Long story short, properties that are ripe for refurbishment are great if you want to buy property cheap and build your capital by increasing the value of the property when you refurbish it. But the big downside is that many buy-to-let lenders won't lend on properties if they think they need too much work doing to them. That is one way of doing it, but it's a slightly complex process and there can be problems if you don't get it right. One of the massive benefits of the precise refurbishment mortgage is that it saves you having to find a bridging loan to buy the property, and then saves the hassle of refinancing off the bridge onto a buy-to-let mortgage, often with a different lender, after the refurb. That's because Precise have bundled both the bridge and the buy-to-let into one single product. That means there's only one application, and when you're approved, you know you'll have an almost guaranteed exit from the bridging finance onto the buy-to-let mortgage, assuming you do the refurb to the right quality, of course. So when would you use a precise refurbishment mortgage? Put simply, when you buy a property that needs a bit of work, specifically if there's a risk of a buy-to-let lender saying there's too much work. The classic scenario is a buy-to-let that's ripe for a refurb, where you can add value, but there's just a bit too much work for a standard buy-to-let mortgage to be a sure thing at purchase. Just to be clear, this isn't for major structural repairs or changes. Basically, it's for making a property mortgageable and habitable without overcomplicating the funding. So it's not for full-blown development. But it is for situations where you'll need more than just a lick of paint. A typical borrower could be an investor who needs to get a property into mortgageable condition quickly, doesn't feel confident of getting a buy-to-let mortgage at purchase, wants to add value with minimal disruption, think internal works, not extensions, wants confidence that they'll get off the bridge finance at the right time. In short, it's for investors who know what they're doing, have a clear plan, and just need the right finance to bridge the gap between purchase and long-term hold. So how does it work? It's a two-stage product. Stage 1 is bridging finance, short-term funding to buy and refurbish. Stage 2 is a buy-to-let mortgage that repays the bridge once the work is done. You can also borrow a bit more at the second stage if needed. And because it's all bundled into one product, it's fairly straightforward. But as always, the key is in the numbers. There are multiple bridge and buy-to-let options to choose from, and rates will vary depending upon loan to value and terms. But to give you a flavour, here are some typical figures. Bridging from 0.67% per month. Exit rates from 5.64% per year. Up to 80% loan to value on the exit. Suitable for single units, small houses in multiple occupation, and multi-unit freehold blocks. Available for both individual and limited company ownership, and minimum loan of £50,000. As I said earlier, none of this is advice. I'm not a qualified mortgage broker. So always take proper advice before buying a property or drawing down a mortgage. That said, this product is only available via intermediaries, so you'll need a mortgage broker to apply anyway. If you think this product could be a good fit for you, please do talk to your broker. And if you don't have a mortgage broker, or if you'd like a second opinion, or even advice on anything relating to property finance, please drop me an email at thepropertyteacher@gmail.com. That's thepropertyteacher@gmail.com, and I'll happily put you in touch.